Good morning, folks. Good morning.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're heading out for another walk this morning, leaving out from the parking lot. It's been a busy week for me. I hope it's been a good week for y'all. Bobby, I heard you've been having some quiet victories here lately. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I up my protein really good, and I've been fasting. I didn't really realize how long I've been fasting. I've been fasting about 18 hours a day because when I start my classes at night, I eat before I go, so I don't have to worry about eating. And that puts me, I'm eating dinner at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't eat again until 9 or 10 o'clock the next day. So I'm fasting pretty good long time. And I've lost another ½ inch around my stomach.
Wow.
I'm at 250 right now, even.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, the stomach's looking good, son. Yeah. Starting to really get it off there.
Yeah. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
So it's going really well this month for me, for sure.
That's good. That's really good. I'm continuing to lose. I'm 252 right now, but as you can see, guys, my belly is not near as slim as my son's.
It's an improvement.
He's much more muscular than me, but maybe one of these days I can at least partially catch up with him. We'll see. So we're going to do a little bit something different this morning, and we're going to do our basic walk, but we're also going to do some exercises that Bobby has been working on for me, which we've already shown you a little bit of. We're trying to get our technique down a little bit better than we were for these things, and try to get some of these exercises going, guys. We need to do our exercises, not just walk. And he's modified them for me to try to make them a little easier. Doing some incline push-ups, and but folks, you could do these incline push-ups even on your kitchen counter. So talk to me about that, Bobby.
Yeah. What basically the principle of it is you just need to put body weight on your arms. And if you can't do your full body weight from a regular push-up, you can modify it and get some of your body weight just at an incline. So as you work on building those muscles, you'll be able to do more and more and more like that. He's increased his from like 5 to, I don't know.
I was
you
10
were at
last
10.
time. 10 every time, yeah.
Every time.
And how I got that, folks, is and you'll see here when we get to the point where we're going to do them. I've increased the incline or decreased the incline. I don't really know how you say it. I've made the thing that I'm doing the push-ups on a little higher, and I'm able to do a little bit more. And this is just a temporary fix, so I can gain some of the strength I need to eventually. My goal, of course, eventually is to decrease the incline. That's the right word for it, right?
Yeah,
decrease the incline slowly until I can actually get on the ground and do a regular, real push-up. There's no shame in. I mean, everything starts with the first step. So, like we don't have a wall right here, but we could do. Let's see. Tell me that way. If you don't have, if you can't do it, oh no, you got to come the other way. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you don't do it, say you could even do a wall, guys, and do this. So you could do a wall of your house and do something like that. And that increases and it gets strength in your arms that you may not have. And you just increase that. If you can only do one and increase. And then decrease the incline. So that's a standing incline where you're going to push your legs out a little bit so that you're leaning against the wall and pushing yourself against the wall, away from the wall. But there's ways to increase that, and you can even do your kitchen counter. You know, you can sit on your kitchen counter. Tell about that.
Well, okay, so the kitchen counter, you're going to put your hands on the edge of the kitchen counter, and then you're going to pull your legs back from it, or your hips are back from the kitchen counter, and then you're going to lower your body weight down and then push your body weight up. Lower it down, push it up.
Right.
Here, I can give them a quick example on this rock.
Yeah.
I know it's much lower.
Yeah, it's a lower
this
incline.
Is the principle.
Incline, guys, but we're showing the principle here.
This is the principle. So this is the edge of the counter. You're just going to grip it like this, right? You're going to bring your shoulders over top of your arms, down, up, down, up.
And that right. Oh, go back. That, guys, can give you a chance. Now, that was a little lower than I can do right now. Some of you will be able to do something lower than that. I can actually do that, but maybe just one. So let me get on this side because of the light. Yeah, that's much better. And that can help us to get a start. You know, years ago when I had lost a lot of weight, I was doing chin-ups, pull-ups. But I had to start with a strap, with one of these
elastic
bands.
Or rubber bands,
yeah,
really.
To get me started until I was strong enough to do it. Now, eventually I got strong enough to do it, but of course now there's no way I can do it. And Bobby doesn't want me to even try that right now at my weight. So, because he doesn't want me to get injured. And I can't really afford to get injured right now with my business, but I will eventually do them because pull-ups are fantastic. And but right now we can do push-ups. We can do push-ups that are modified so that we can build our strength up a little bit at a time. And I think anybody can do it. If you can lean up against the wall, you can do a modified incline push-up, and you'll be surprised how much that will help you eventually. See all the little ducks here. Yeah, you'll be surprised how much that can help you, because we started out this thing. Was it a week or two ago?
Yeah.
I could barely do 3 on each bench. Now you'll see what I'm saying in just a minute. I could barely do 3, and now, at least last week, I was able to do 10 on each bench, and so that gave me a total of, I think, 50.
Yeah, 50
for our walk. So
that's 5 sets of 10.
5 sets of 10. So I'm pleased with that. Of course, I want to do more, and I will, but I'm pleased with any progress, but I'm surprised how fast the progress happened. Now, we take the weekend off from our exercise because basically I have 0 time on the weekend, and he does too.
Yeah.
We don't even come walking on the weekend, but we do 5 days a week otherwise. But yeah, I'm pleased with it, and I'm pleased with the progress, and we'll see what happens.
Let's show them on this.
Yeah, let's show them on this one. All right, there you go. I
think it was 11.
Oh, 11? Good.
Yeah, might have been 11.
Well, I learned to count, and
I could be wrong. I'm about to count it wrong.
who knows? I'm thrilled to death I can do it. We've got about 5 places here that the incline is right. Now, that bench has a higher incline than the sorry, folks, we got the sun right in our eye. That bench has a little higher incline, which helps me. So that's been very good for me to get started and to build the arms up a little bit. I'm pretty confident that within a week or two. What do you think? I'll be able to do the lower benches,
Oh, for sure.
and and I will as time goes by. I don't want to go too fast, but I don't want to be too slow either because I'm not a too slow guy. I just don't. I don't like fooling around. And if you're gonna do something, do it. Stop fooling around. Fooling around just drives me crazy. What about you?
Yeah. You're
Can't
gonna do
stand
it
it.
all the way.
Yeah. All right, here's one more.
All right. Switch that over and I'll film you doing it.
Just like that. Is that 10 or 11?
That was 10 that time.
Yep. Pleased with it. And we'll see if there's any gains. I think the strength is gained. Of course, my arms look like what was that cartoon character from years ago? Anyway, my arms look like that.
Olive oil.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot, son. Olive oil. Yeah. The body can knock out probably 100 on that bench right there.
Yeah.
Not on the high side either. On the low side, he could get on the ground and do it, but I can't. So he's modifying this for me and for you. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And even if you're much heavier than me or much more out of shape, you can lean up against a tree or against your wall at your house and knock out a few. Just incline your legs away from the wall so that you're kind of leaning towards the wall, and then push yourself off. Good morning. You're all right. Good morning. And push yourself off from the wall and do it as many times as you're able. And you'll be surprised if you do it every day how quick that'll happen. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it'll happen really, really fast. Faster than you think it will.
Yeah.
Faster than you think it will.
Yeah.
Especially if your nutrition is right.
Yeah.
If your body's getting that protein, it's got to do something with it.
Yeah.
It wants to do something with it.
Yeah. And I eat after, after a workout. Of course, I don't eat directly after, but I do eat after. I'm still running these little experiments, folks. So, and because of how busy I am during the day, I usually eat somewhere around 9 in the morning, which normally I would eat at 12, 1, but I just can't. My schedule won't allow it. So you got to do what you got to do. Good morning.
All right.
You can't worry about somebody else's schedule or that you can't do it perfect. You just got to do it, and don't let somebody tell you do it wrong because they did it this way or you did that. Do the best you can with it. So
once you get that upper body strength, you'll be able to perfect the proper way of doing things.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's tougher, but you can do it. I really do believe that. So it's been a busy weekend.
Yeah.
I am physically tired. More mentally, I think, than anything else. I don't know that I could have done this season this year.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. If I hadn't have started on this, I don't know if I could have done the season.
Last season, physically, you were definitely on the struggle bus.
Yeah, I was. So, but I've been able to do it this year. And it's getting close, folks. I told Target Prime Rib the other night, I'm probably going to be a little bit more absent from the channel as far as live streams and everything for the next few weeks because I'm at the home stretch of this thing. So there's just no way I can continue at the pace I was continuing. But we're going to still do the walk and talks, and I'll still do things. And got some shorts coming out. The Mason shorts of our walks, Bob.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not all released yet.
I've seen some of those. They're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not all released yet. But that's okay. They will be eventually. Yep. Just got to do what you got to do. So, how's class going?
It's going really good. I got great kids in there. I went and actually trained with a friend of mine that's a pretty high-ranking jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
And I see why people get addicted to it.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that because that's interesting.
Yeah, it was so I went to his house. He has a area there to train, and
Yeah.
I knew a lot of what he was already teaching,
Yeah.
but it's the nuance. If that is your specialty, is the grappling art, and that's your specialty.
Yeah.
It's just a different level of knowledge. He really, he really showed me the very minute details that you miss, and fundamentals are everything in everything.
Yeah.
If you lack the fundamentals, it's hard to get caught up on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had a good time with him. I left there. I was sweaty, but I was tired, but I was very at peace. So I understand why people get addicted to that particular martial art and sport, because once you're done, you're completely and totally spent. You have not your every muscle in your body feels like jello, and you don't really feel like you're working out that hard, to be honest.
Not doing that one today, folks. It's too low. Not with a program. Yeah, we did it last week, and I will return to it. But yeah, there's something about it, and it releases a bunch of good neurotransmitters and
Yeah,
feel good stuff.
yeah. I'm going to try to continue to train with him on the weekends when possible. Really, I did it because with my program that I'm working on, I really want to bring a lot of self-defense techniques instead of anybody that knows anything about karate. There's a lot of wasted energy on things that are not going to protect you.
Yeah.
Now they make you disciplined, and they have good practical things. But my biggest thing is I want kids to be able to defend themselves and protect themselves. So I'm really trying to dive into the most self-defense that I can do with these kids each class, so they really understand how to do it. It's just that's where I want to go with my path, and it's my school, so I can do what I want with it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's always good to get some instructions from somebody that's really a master at something, because they've mastered the subtleties, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they can see the little mistakes you're making that actually add up to very, very big problems sometimes. Is that true?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I went in there. I've been a martial artist for most of my life. I just went in there and I told him, look, whether I know this or not, I'm coming in here zero ego. I even put a white belt on, and I said, zero. I have zero ego. Whatever you can teach me is what I want to learn.
That's good, son.
Yeah. And we spent, I don't know, 2-3 hours in there. I'm telling you, when I was done, I was spent.
That's good.
And it's strange. Stand up. Well, I don't know if your audience even wants to hear it.
Yeah. Man, they're free to watch it or not watch it.
I felt like a brand new white belt. So
wow,
when in the stand up game where you're fighting, punching, kicking, those that are very good at it, it's a thinking thing. You can play chess with somebody. You know the way their body is moving. Well, on the ground, it's the same way. But if you don't know how to fight like that fluidly, you feel like one of my kids in the kids class, sparring against me.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was a humbling experience, but my buddy was really kind about it and very knowledgeable and helped me a lot. So
that's really good. I think it's really good for you to do that too, son. because you're going to learn more from him in 3 hours than you can learn on your own in weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because he can critique you too. He can say, well, if you just change this little thing, right?
Right, right.
Change this little thing, and it'll increase your, you know. So I thought, with you, you're telling me, hey, yeah, we can do the push-ups, but we have to modify them.
Yeah.
And then I get to work towards the eventual goal of being able to do what I really want to do is drop down on the floor and do a push-up like a man or a woman.
Yeah.
But can't do it right now. Instead of saying woe is me, it's a way to to start where you can, guys.
Yeah.
And you'll know, believe me, you'll know.
And humble yourself and put your ego away.
Yeah, humble yourself. That's tough.
It is so
but
tough.
You have to do it. If you want to learn, you have to do it. It's the most important thing. And usually somebody can help you if you'll ask them. People like to help, especially people who are really good at something. They actually like helping people who are struggling because, I mean, that's their paycheck for all their hard work. Think about it. If they've worked all these years to become a master of some technique, and you ask them for help, that's like giving them a present almost.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it is. I'm sure your friend really liked that.
Yeah, I said, I thought you were going to be a little rougher on me, man. And he said, what type of representative of this martial art would I be if all I did was strangle you?
Yeah.
That's just an excellent way of looking at it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh. Yeah. I really like that you're doing this. You went all in on this.
I did.
You are your father's son. You go all the way.
Yeah.
I don't believe in going halfway, guys. I really don't.
Halfway is halfway to failure.
Yeah. Here we go. Some people quit watching this as soon as I start talking about this, what I'm fixing to say. But it goes back to that parable of the sower that the Lord talked about. If you sow seed on a path, hardened path like that, that seed's not going to do nothing. The birds are just going to come down and eat it. And if you sow it on rocky ground that there's very little soil, you can't establish a good root. And if you throw it in amongst the weeds and thorns, like that over there, they're going to choke it out before it has a chance to grow. But folks, the secret to getting better spiritually, getting better physically, getting better emotionally is when it's sown in good soil. But folks, what does that mean? What does it mean? Because it's got to mean something. If you look at it real close, especially in the book of Luke, you'll see in the Greek anyway, that the good soil are those who grabbed hold of the seed and they held it close to them. They seized the seed and they grabbed hold of it and they thought about it day and night. They meditated on it and they made it their own. And because of that, then something happened. The seed started growing. Folks, when you're watching good videos online and you're getting this encouragement from other people to continue your diet, you're putting that seed in good ground. When you're doing little exercise, even if it's very small at first, very small, doing a little wall push up, or a little incline push up, or any little thing that you're doing continuously. That's what the key is. You're putting that seed in good ground, and pretty soon you're going to get a crop. The crop is 30, 60, or 100 fold. Believe me, within a few months, you're going to get a crop. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be better. And your mind is going to come up. And so you can use this as far as your faith goes, but you can also use it as far as any other thing that you do. You got to grab hold of that seed and hold it like it was your freaking prisoner. You take the word that's been sowed into your life, prisoner. You have no intention of letting it go until it produces a crop. All right, sermon over.
I liked it.
Yeah, because it works.
Yeah,
It
does.
works every time. No matter what you do, you got to grab hold of that thing hardcore and seize it. Make it your prisoner. Not letting it go. So it's the same with this class. You're seizing this thing. When you go to a guy and humble yourself, a guy that you've known all your life, a guy that you grew up with, but he has mastered a certain thing more than you.
Yeah,
you're humbling yourself.
I am.
You're humbling yourself, but you're grabbing his knowledge like it was your prisoner.
Yeah,
you're grabbing his knowledge like it was your lover. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You're
taking
saying
it, and then I'll be able to and sow it into some kids.
Yeah, you'll not only and that's where the increase comes. It'll sow into your life, and it'll sow into the kids that you're training's life, and the crop will be great because you sowed into it. And I believe this. I've always believed this. With my business or anything else that I do, you got to grab hold of it. So you don't know something, study harder, think harder, make this something that's merely an obsession.
I heard this great quote this weekend. He's by this. He's actually a UFC fighter.
Oh, okay, good.
Super intelligent guy, but people say the UFC, they fight for a living. It's a super intelligent guy, and I don't know where he got the quote from, but it went like this. It said, "Excuses are the nails that built a house of failure."
Oh, I love that.
I did too. I was like, "Wow,
house of failure." Yeah, quit making excuses. Well, I only had one piece of cake. No, folks, cake's forbidden. If you want to get well, if you want to fool around, go ahead and eat a piece of cake. Go ahead. If you want to fail, go ahead and do that. But if you want to succeed, don't drive a nail in. How'd it go?
It is excuses."
Yeah, don't make an excuse.
Excuses are the nails of the house of failure. I thought, man, that is so profound.
Yeah.
Because every time when I was on this diet before, and then I didn't know at the time that I wasn't eating enough protein. So I made the excuse, if I don't feel good, I'm gonna have me some French fries.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna have me this, I'm gonna have me that. And those little nails that I'm trying to build this house with failed on me. So
yeah,
I just thought it was cool. Thought I'd share it.
No, that's a good quote. I love that quote. I mean, I love it. Yeah, because we make these little excuses. And really, we need to know that they're going to mess us up. They're going to mess us up bad. Got the sun in my eyes. I can't really see the camera. I hope I'm still filming this. Who knows?
I got my sunglasses on.
Did we skip a bench somewhere?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? We took the higher path with the incline. We may have not hit that one.
Well, may have to do more up here.
We could do it right here on the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was our one.
Yeah.
We'll do it right here on these pull up. Jungle gym is what we used to call them when I was a kid. But yeah, we'll go over here. It's got a little more incline that we can use. I'm trying to get 50 in the morning, guys, until I can get a little better. And when 50 becomes easy for me, I'll try to go down on the incline a little bit. What do you think, right? Right there?
Right there would be. One, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11.
Huh?
You did 11 that time.
I did?
Yeah, that's
that
good.
Incline's a little higher, but that's all right.
I think it's higher than the.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's okay. I'm trying to get. Is my form good? Is my belly button, chin up too high?
you could probably sink your hips down, get your butt down a little bit.
All right.
But right now, I mean, you're working the muscle group you need to work.
Yeah.
So
I need to tighten my core, which
yeah,
I don't have any core. I got a lot of core, but no tightening.
you want to tighten your core and tighten your cheeks.
You know, tighten them cheeks.
Where you're good and straight.
I actually watched a little video on it this weekend, and I forgot to do it all the time we're here. I'll try to do it on the next one. Tighten my cheeks and tighten my core, which I have no tightening in my core. It is what it is. We're going to get there eventually. So
Oh yeah, for
you're going to
sure.
get there much faster than me.
I mean, I'm not trying to beat you, but
Well, you're going to beat me no matter what.
I love a good competition anyway.
So, you know, you get a lot of good comments on my channel.
Do I?
I don't know if you know it or not. Yeah. A lot of people thanking you for your service.
Well, I appreciate that, guys.
They're glad that you got off your blood pressure medicine. Cheered you on for doing your class with the littles. Yeah.
Well, thank you, guys. In
Yeah.
case I haven't come on there and comment, I'll watch Dad's videos, you know, but I usually don't comment or thumbs up, which I should.
Yeah.
That's a bad son.
Yeah. You're in a bad son. Yeah, you're a good son. But yeah, I just wanted you to know that you get a lot of comments on there.
That's awesome.
So, folks,
Thank you, guys.
I've told this on the channel. I wrote it in a post. But I'm going to my first ever low carb or conference. Some of them call them meetups. Some of them call them, carnivore or whatever. This one is in Burn, Tennessee. It's in September 26th, I think. Is that what I told you?
Yeah, 26.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. Dr. Barry's going to be there. Dr. Kiltz, a lady that I followed for many years, even back in my Butter Bob days. Amy Berger, and a few others. And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some surprise guests there. I actually know of one. I don't know if he has announced it yet, but I know there's going to be a person there that I'm really looking forward to meeting him and his family. And I hope I'll meet a lot of y'all there. Hopefully by September, I'll be on track to looking a whole lot more like Butter Bob. I'm losing somewhere around, I don't know, 8 to 10 pounds a month. If that continues, I should be down in a pretty good range by September. I won't be the goal. I'll be in pretty good shape. I'm trying to get my son to go with me, but he's got a lot of commitments that time of year, so I don't know if he's going to be able to go. Hope he does. Put him on the spot here on camera. But I understand.
I'm going to very much try to go, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to very much try to go.
Yeah. I'd like him to be there as my wingman.
Yeah.
But if he can't, that's okay. I'm really super looking forward to it. All right, here's another one. A new one.
Yeah.
Squeeze you.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
What? 11. I think it was 11. Who knows?
Good.
Yeah.
It's 11 more than you were doing last week.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot more low benches here, guys, than there are high benches. So when I can graduate to them, maybe over time, maybe like summer, I can get maybe 100 per session.
Yeah, you'll definitely.
And that's on the lower benches. And then maybe by the time September rolls around, I'll be able to do a few on the ground. Hopefully, some of this weight will be gone, and I'll be able to do some real push-ups.
And then it'll be looking like me.
I don't know about that, but I'll consider it a personal great victory when I can actually do a real push-up, and I hope I can soon. But it'll happen when it happens. I don't want to injure myself. I don't want to be a fool. you know, but I'm determined to get it done for sure. Uh, so that's 40. I need 10 more somewhere, guys, and we'll find them. I think there's a bench up close to the parking lot we can use, if I remember right. And I'm excited about this thing, Bobby. This conference. You know, I'm not a mixer or mingler. I never have been.
Yeah.
You know, but trying to get over myself. I guess I had a little bit of imposter syndrome last time I was on the channel years ago, because I was just this working class guy, and I was meeting all these doctors and all these scientists, and they wanted me to come to this and come to that. I never would do it because I felt like I was out of place. Not so much anymore. They're human beings just like me. Most of them are smarter than me, better educated in many ways than me. But we all have our abilities and our weaknesses. Them too. Uh, and I don't know. I do everything now. It's not just me. I feel like I'm representing the channel. I'm representing my family. I'm representing the Lord. So I don't feel totally alone even when I am alone. How about you?
No, that's that's well said. Very, very well said.
I'm not alone. He's with me all the time. And the only imposter is the person that's lying. And I don't lie. So, I try very hard not to lie. So I'm not an imposter. I'm just a guy that has my own point of view, just like anybody else. And so why not? You know, if I can help somebody. This is the thing that's cool about this. I can get to people that the doctors can't get to, and they can get to people I can't get to, and other people in the community like Grandma Barb, she can get to people I can't get to because everybody has different people that they relate to, and so together we're getting to people. We're getting to a much wider base than what we would if it was just one or two.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just think that I've always been aware of that. Always been aware of doing really technical language. It just turns most people off. But the secret is there. You know, if you could translate that stuff into real world talk, people can get it immediately. So it's always funny to me that people use the very technical talk in this diet world, uh, and they think that's winning them, folks. When some of the greatest teachers that ever lived, Plato and the Lord Jesus and others, used very simple language. They used languages of throwing seeds out on the ground. You know, they used language like that the masses could understand. But their stuff is so profound that you don't have to use technical language to be very, very, very philosophically profound. Uh, like these saying, like these memes. You know, you talk about memes.
Yeah.
Bobby loves memes. These memes can say more with a simple picture than if you wrote a 3,000 word screed on Twitter or Facebook that nobody's going to read anyway. If you can make a good meme, you can get your message across in 10 seconds. Better than the guy who writes 1,000 words that nobody's going to read with 50 words you've got to look up because you don't know the meaning of
Right.
them. Nothing against you guys that use that, do that, but you're not influencing anybody but people who are like you.
Right.
Sorry.
Hey, and everybody, different strokes for different folks, really. Yeah. If you cling on to those $5 words, then so be it. I don't.
I see you.
But what is crazy, I will say this, is I just seen online that they had, in this video, I don't remember who brought it out, but they were talking about how Harvard finally did a real study of the carnivore diet. Oh. For the first time. It's like, this diet's been around for a long time. Why is Harvard just now getting to it?
They don't pay.
And then they were talking about cancer with the glyphosate, which sugar. And I thought, man, why does it take this long when people have been out here on YouTube singing the praises for all these years?
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, the establishment of the education system.
Yeah, well, a lot of it's money.
Yeah.
You know, the glyphosate. You can look at the explosion of that celiac disease that people got now, where they can't eat gluten. You can trace it right back to when they started spraying our wheat with the glyphosate.
Yeah.
Folks. You can trace it back to about 2006, and it's almost a straight line from it. So we're going to do one more push up, and we'll call it a day. And because Bobby's filming, he usually does these too, but he does them better than me and lower than me. But today he's just filming for me.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it as much as I do.
I'll get
Yeah.
so.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it. Good job.
All right, let's turn around so the sun's not. Bye, guys. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon whenever you're seeing this. Do a few little exercises. You know, if you can't do anything else, just push yourself away from the wall. If you can't do anything else, walk from one room to the other. Walk down your driveway and back. You'll be surprised if you do this on a regular. Pretty soon you'll be doing stuff. It's amazing. You know, we see Grandma Barr. She was just doing driveways at first. Now she's walking blocks, guys, blocks. So it's totally possible. One step at a time. Grab hold of that word, that good word, and seize it. Make it your prisoner. Don't let it go. And you'll be surprised what's going to happen, folks. But think about it, Bob.
Absolutely. I'll see you
Bye,
guys
guys.
later.